Group B is on screen. Russia, England, Germany, and India. This is gonna be intense. Now Group D, Japan, Cameroon, Netherlands, and Brazil. Pure energy on display. Here comes Group C, Mexico, Greece, Portugal, and Italy in a classic showdown of skill. Group A lines up Argentina, Colombia, Chile, and the United States. This is gonna be wild. Wide view of the tournament bracket. The stage is set. Who's going all the way? And the first matchup from Group A is about to kick off. Buckle up. Starting gate lifts. And the marbles are off into the first maze. It's Get ready for another one. The marble. 16 countries, only one winner. Get to know who they are. Argentina versus Portugal. Japan versus Colombia. Italy versus Uruguay. Brazil versus India. South Korea versus France.
here for another friendly race, and the lights are on. And we are off. We have Australia, China, France, India, Vietnam, the USA, Argentina, Mexico, Belgium, Germany, Japan, and Brazil all competing in this friendly race of the booster for the first time. And we get a first look at this track, and we have China coming in at first place, Argentina and France following close behind, and then the USA and Vietnam farther back, rounding off your top 5. I think I missed Australia in there at 4th as well, as we already have finished the first lap. China still able to hold the lead, but Argentina wants to take it away from them before they extend it too much and have it for the entire rest of the race. Argentina fastest laps, 26.66 seconds as we go around these curves. This is a pretty winding track with multiple crossings from the top of the track down to the bottom. And France coming in at 3rd place, overpassing Belgium. The USA and Australia falling down all the way to 8th and 9th. Starting around 4th and 5th. And they are not having a very good race so far. And China has been overthrown by Argentina. Argentina now in the lead. France coming in at 3rd, being followed by Belgium, and then India in 5th place, pretty far behind Belgium. Around the next turn to start the 4th lap, Argentina trying to stay ahead of China. Really, this is a battle between Argentina and China. Here comes France into the action as well. And now France is setting their sights on Argentina. China is falling down the order. Around this hairpin turn they go. Argentina maybe losing a little bit of ground on France. As we go through this XS section, here comes China. A little bit of a bump from them. France gets a little bit more speed. Can France come to overtake for Argentina? They're trying to draft them. Now they go around this turn. Into the booster they go. Can France overtake Argentina? Here comes, I think that's Germany now in 3rd place, trying to catch up to Argentina and France as well. And we have a 3-way battle, and there goes Germany into 1st place. And they have overtaken France and Argentina. And now those two marbles trying to come and take the lead right back. A surprise attack by Germany. And now they are in the lead. And Argentina just lost 3rd place to China, who's still up there in the top 5, trying to catch back up to France as well. But now the USA is starting to come back and take lead in the top 5 as well. Germany and France up there in the lead. China coming in at 3rd place. Argentina and the USA fighting for the 4th and 5th place. Germany starting the 7th lap. Around the booster they go. Argentina still trying to catch up to China. The split between Germany and France, 2.19 seconds. And that's a pretty significant lead in marble racing. And we do have some rain in the forecast. So these marbles need to hurry up and get this race done if they want to get out of the rain, which is going to make racing a whole lot harder. We are in the 8th lap up the booster for France and China. Look how far ahead Germany is. And they're having an amazing race so far. And here comes China back into 2nd place. Now France has to fend off the USA. Do these next couple of turns. A little bump from the USA to France. Nothing happens though as we go into the 9th lap. And Germany is extending their lead yet still. We're starting to get some of the rain. The thunder is thundering as we go up the booster. Germany maybe losing a little bit of ground. China and France inching their way back up. Germany has to watch their tail. The split is now 0.7 seconds. They've lost their 2-second lead. China speeding, trying to get to Germany. And we have 9 laps to go and some rain. These marbles are going to have a harder time when the rain comes. The speed will be stunted and steering will be harder because you'll slide on the water. 1 minute until the rain. Can the marbles finish the race before the rain starts? We have 8 laps to go. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to happen. Germany now crossing the line in the 11th lap. Here comes Japan into 4th place behind the USA. Getting ahead of Argentina and France, 5th and 6th place respectively. China trying to catch back up to Germany, but Germany's so far ahead, and China's really far ahead of third place as well. Top three marbles very separated from each other. And then we have fourth and fifth, and that's where we have some more close marbles. Let's see if we can see Germany up there in the top corner of the screen. Not quite. He's so far ahead, and as well as China, ahead of the USA, who's really facing the pressure from Japan and Argentina as we are in the 12th lap. Germany starting the 13th lap. Here comes China. Here comes the USA and Japan. And the rain is about to start. I think it's starting to sprinkle a little bit as we go up the booster. Japan has overtaken third place from the USA. Now trying to get up to China, but they're going to have a really hard time catching up because China and Germany are so far ahead. The split between China and Germany 1 second. Can they catch up in time? We only have 5 more laps to go. Germany still not on the screen. Here comes China and Japan, USA as well up the booster. Germany is nowhere to be seen. There they are. Quite a few track lengths ahead of China, who is now facing severe pressure from Japan. Two neighboring countries on the Pacific Ocean battling out for second and third place. Here comes Japan, and they make a move for second place. Up the booster into the 15th lap they go. And Germany is hearing what's happening behind them. China takes it right back. China does not want to lose this second place to Japan. They want to try to catch up to Germany. Germany is really doing a good job at front running in this race. And now it's really starting to rain hard. And now we're going to have some problems steering and with some speed. Look at that, it's already affected Germany, and Japan has already caught back up to Germany. Germany really slowing down from this rain. Japan already drafting them. We only have 3 more laps to go, and then we'll crown a champion. There's Japan trying to make a move on Germany, but Germany's able to hold back. And now they've gained a little bit more ground. China and USA in there as well. They're within reaching distance of Germany. If only they can catch up in time. We're in the 17th lap now. Only 2 more laps to go. Germany up the booster. Let's see if they can hold it. You can really see the water start to pooling on this track. And there's a move from Japan. Japan will take first place. Germany dethroned for the first time in a long time in this race. Now Japan just has to hold it for a lap and a half, and they'll be crowned the champion of this race. And Germany's also fallen to USA as well. Looks like we've had an accident there. Mexico is falling off the track. So Mexico will DNF. But let's get back to the front of the race. We have Japan still in first place, the USA in second, Germany in third, China in fourth, Argentina in 5th place. Japan only has to go for a lap and a half, and they can take this race. USA trying to come up and take the lead. And now we're in the final lap. Japan in first place. The USA coming in close at second. They're gaining on them. Now they're drafting, and they're trying to take the lead. Up the booster they go. And now we're going to have some trouble with lapping. We may have Australia being lapped here. And there's an overpass for the USA into first place in the final lap. But they're having some trouble because Australia is slowing them down. Japan trying to catch up. But there goes the USA passing Australia. And Japan has ran out of time. The USA will be the champion of this race over Japan. And what a significant victory for the USA. Overpassed in the last lap in the rain and lapping Australia. Japan so close to victory, but they weren't able to hold it. And of course for Germany, the front runner for most of the race, finishing in 4th place, not able to take the win. They used up all their energy too quick earlier in the race. And now they're in 4th place. France finishes in 5th, China in 3rd. Let's take a look at some of these replays. What an intense race. The rain really adding a different aspect of racing for these marbles. USA starting mid-pack. France and China starting in the top 3. Japan starting way back in 11th place. In the first couple of laps, Germany somehow gained the lead and held it for at least 10 laps, if not more. And eventually they were overtaken by some other marbles. But you can see here in the beginning of the race, they were actually in the back of the pack, and Japan was in last place. So the fact that they got second place is quite the accomplishment. See that Germany already up there into third place behind Argentina and France. And I believe this is where they overtake for first place. Right there, underneath the track they go. Germany comes out in first place over France and Argentina, who actually didn't even finish in the top 5. They were fighting for the lead in the first couple laps of the race, but then they weren't able to hold it from some of the other marbles who had some better strategies for overtake. And the USA, way back there as well. They weren't a major player in this game for quite a while, and then they overtook for the lead in the last lap. Quite the success story for them. There's Japan and China fighting for second and third place. They had a really intense battle there in around the 15th to 17th laps. Here comes Japan, aiming their sights on Germany, and a good overtake by them. Now here's a replay of the DNF by Mexico getting hit off the track by Vietnam. Congratulations to the USA for being the champion of this marble-friendly race. Japan coming at second with only 0.4 seconds behind USA and China in third place. A whole 10 seconds behind the USA. Quite a race and quite a finish for the USA. The USA fans are cheering for the outcome of this race. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below. Stay tuned for Glass Card 2023 coming very soon. More racing action just like this. I'm Jeremiah, signing off. Until next time, this has been Fubeca's Marble Wins. Good day, everyone. Hello, Marble sports fans, and welcome back to Fubeca's Marble Runs. I'm Jeremiah, and I'm glad to be here for this marble pool tournament. How this tournament will work is your goal is to hit the other team into the hole as much as possible. So essentially, whoever gets the most marbles in the hole will lose the round. So we'll have to see how these marbles try to use strategy to dodge each other's hits to try to hit each other into the hole. That will be an interesting aspect of this tournament. As we take a look at the track here, you can see the pool green down at the bottom, and then the two tracks coming in on either side, starting up here at the starting line where the marbles will start, and they have 3 marbles per team in this tournament. And here are the full bracket systems for this tournament. First off, we have the UK versus France. France in the dark blue, United Kingdom in the light blue. And we're off. And France gets one in, so United Kingdom gets a point. And the United Kingdom will advance the next round 1-0. Essentially, the reasoning behind this is your marble hits the other marble into the hole, similar to how you would hit a pool ball into another pool ball. You would hit the cue ball into one of the balls that you want to get into the hole. You can see one of the United Kingdom marbles hitting the France marble into that middle center closest hole. So the UK will advance to the quarterfinals. Next up, we have Colombia versus the USA. USA in the white, Colombia in the yellow. And they're off. And the Colombia gets one in. So the United States will advance to the next round 1-0 yet again. Let's see if the reason why Colombia lost is because they were too early. You see Colombia got all their marbles onto the field first. The USA barely dodging that middle hole. But it was Colombia who ended up getting one hole in the top right pocket. So the USA will advance to the quarterfinals versus the UK. Next up, we have China versus Brazil. China on the left, Brazil on the right. Who will come out on top? And China gets one in. Here comes another one, but they don't go in. So China gets one pocket. Therefore, Brazil gets 1 point, and Brazil will advance to the next round, getting 1 point. China gets 0. See there, China accidentally hitting their own marble because of a contact from Brazil, which caused them to lose a ball into the middle center hole. Brazil goes to the quarterfinals. Next up, we have Spain versus Vietnam. Spain, the more reddish yellow. Vietnam is the more yellow with black stripes. And one of the Vietnam marbles gets stuck in the, not the Vietnam, Spain gets pushed into the pocket. So Vietnam will be advancing to the quarterfinals. You can see here this first Spain marble getting hit into the left or the right pocket by another one of their own team, unfortunately. Too chaotic of a match for them. So Vietnam will advance to the quarterfinals versus Brazil. Next up, we have Mexico versus Uruguay. Uruguay in the translucent blue, Mexico in the green. Can Mexico make it past the first couple of rounds? And Uruguay has a marble in. So Mexico will get a point. Mexico advances to the quarterfinals. One step closer to going against their nemesis, the United States, in these marble tournaments. Uruguay, unfortunately, being eliminated. Let's see how it happened. You see there, the first contact between the first two marbles. Uruguay goes into the center top hole. So Mexico will advance to the quarterfinals. Next up, we have Canada versus Indonesia. Indonesia in the white, Canada in the clear with red swirls. As we get going here. And Canada gets a marble in. And Indonesia gets 1 point. Because of that, Indonesia will advance to the next round 1-0. Will there be any instances where we have more than one marble in a hole? Haven't seen that yet. We'll have to see if that happens in the rest of the competition. Canada nearly missing that top right pocket. But it was Indonesia who will advance to the next round with 1 point. So far, it's only been 1 point that have advanced all these marbles to the quarterfinals so far. Indonesia advances to the quarterfinals. Next up, we have Portugal versus Japan. Portugal in the green, Japan in the white. They are off. And what happened there? Portugal, one of the Portugal marbles flies off the track. Japan has a marble in the pocket. Portugal advances to the next round, but somehow one of the Portugal marbles is gone. Let's see here in the replay just what happened. You can see there, Portugal marble landing right on the Japan marble, flying off of the whole pool green. Meanwhile, one of the Japan marbles had fallen into a pocket, scoring Japan a point, or Portugal a point. So Portugal will be advancing to the quarterfinals. Now for our final duel in this stage, Argentina versus India. And they are off. And India has a marble in. And so that means Argentina will advance to the next round. Argentina gets a point. India, unfortunately, will be eliminated. You can see there that first collision is really crucial in this tournament. Whichever marble has the wrong move on that first collision may fall into that hole, as we've seen a couple times in this tournament. Next up, we have the first quarterfinal, the UK versus the USA. And they're off the UK, a little bit behind, or a little bit ahead of the USA. The USA gets a marble in. The United Kingdom scores a point on that, and they will advance to the next round. The USA will be eliminated. Seems like if your team lags behind a little bit, you have more chance of being eliminated because the other team has more time to gain onto your side of the green, pushing you into one of the holes because they have more momentum on the green. Next up, we have quarterfinals number 2, Brazil versus Vietnam. Brazil yellow with the blue, Vietnam yellow with the black. And we are off. And one marble right at the end, the Brazil marble, falling into the top center pocket, scoring Vietnam a point. So Vietnam will advance to the next round, and Brazil will be eliminated. See right there, that last Vietnam marble coming in at the last second. Actually, that was a Brazil marble. Came up and hit the other Brazil marble right at the last second, unfortunately. Next up, we have Mexico versus Indonesia. Mexico wanting to have a good performance in this tournament, wanting to remake a name for themselves. And Indonesia has a marble in. And that advances Mexico to the next round. One step closer to glory for Mexico. You see the Indonesia marble actually get there first. Mexico marble hitting them right into just the right angle to send them into the top center pocket. So Mexico will advance to the semifinals versus either Portugal or Argentina, which is next. Argentina in the blue, Portugal in the green. as we get started. They are off. And no scores yet, but it is Portugal who gets a marble in, scoring Argentina a point. Argentina will be going up against Mexico in the semifinals. You can see one of the Argentina marbles lagging behind a little bit. Is that what caused them to win? See where the pocket was. There weren't any pockets directly at the start. Portugal gets one right there in the center. So Argentina will advance to Mexico in the semifinals. Now it's time for the first semifinal, the UK versus Vietnam. And we are off. Pretty neck and neck entry at this point, but it is Argentina, the United Kingdom, who gets there first. Scoring Vietnam into a pocket, scoring them a point, which means they will advance to the final round. And Vietnam will advance to the third place match. You can see right there, Vietnam being pushed against the wall and then into the center pocket by the United Kingdom. Like I said, the United Kingdom advances to the final. Now it's time for the second semifinal, Mexico versus Argentina. One of these teams will face off against the UK in the final round, and one of these teams will be sent to the third place match. And they're off. Mexico getting a ball in. Mexico, unfortunately, will be eliminated. Argentina will advance to the final round versus the UK. Mexico will be advanced to the third place match versus Vietnam. See, this first Mexico marble, way too early. And then Argentina comes along and hits another Mexico marble into the top center pocket. That seems like a common pocket for these marbles to be hitting. Now it's time for the third place match, Vietnam versus Mexico. Vietnam on the left. Mexico still has a chance to stand on the podium. And Vietnam has a marble in. Mexico will be the third place in this tournament, scoring 1 point on Vietnam. So Mexico will get to sit on the podium along with the UK and Argentina. You can see there that Mexico marble on the right side hitting the Vietnam marble into the center bottom pocket. Now it's time for the final round, the UK versus Argentina. Which team will be crowned champion of this marble billiards tournament? Two blue colored teams. United Kingdom in the blue with yellow, Argentina blue with white. The United Kingdom is slightly shinier as well. And the United Kingdom gets winning the top right pocket, unfortunately for them, because Argentina will score a point and they will be the champion of this marble pool tournament. The United Kingdom will come in at second. Mexico will be in third place. An unfortunate event for the United Kingdom. They didn't even get hit into the pocket. They just went into the pocket by their own will. What's their mutiny in this team? Let's keep a close eye on the United Kingdom marbles, because one of them going into the top right pocket without even being hit by another marble. I think it was the last one. You see there, I guess they were hit by the Argentina marble off course where they were supposed to go, ricocheted off the bottom wall into that top right pocket. So Argentina will be your champion of this marble pool tournament here on Fubeca's Marble Run. This entire tournament, we did not see more than a 1-0 score on the overall pockets scored per team. That's very interesting. I would have thought we would have seen at least one get 2 pockets in on the other team. Guess that's not how it worked in today's tournament, though. Congratulations to Argentina for being your marble pool champion. United Kingdom coming in at second. Mexico gets to sit on the podium as well, getting third place. All these marbles getting 1 point in every round that they were in. Very interesting. we didn't also see a tie, which is another thing that could have happened, but none of these teams were able to make it happen. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Also share this video if you enjoyed. I'm Jeremiah, signing off. Until next time, this has been Fubeca's Marble Runs. Good day, everyone. Glass car friendly race is about to start. The lights are lighting on. We have Brazil in first place, UK in second, Mexico in third, and we are off. And it will be 19 laps for this race as we go to the first corner. It's Mexico who comes out to lead. Up the booster they go, and around that plexiglass barrier and into these next turns. It is Mexico extending their lead ahead of the USA and Vietnam, who are trying to catch back up as we go into the final couple of corners for this first lap. And we have gotten a full view of this track as we go into lap 2. It's Mexico still in lead, USA and Indonesia in second and third place. Up the booster yet again, Mexico 0.8 seconds ahead of France now, who's in second place as we go into these next couple of turns. Who comes out from that chaos there? It's Indonesia who takes the lead from Mexico as we start the third lap. Mexico furious with their lead being taken away. They want to take it right back, but now they're in third place. The USA has taken it back as we go into this next turn, but Mexico takes it right back yet again. And Indonesia trying to stay in the lead as we go into the fourth lap. UK in third place now, pressuring the USA for second. Mexico has fallen down to fourth, and Brazil is in fifth place. And Indonesia is a whole second ahead of the USA. Can the USA catch up to Indonesia and overtake for the lead? Indonesia fastest lap with 22.64 second time. And who's that in the lead? Now it's Vietnam. Vietnam is taking over the lead from Indonesia. And now Indonesia is facing pressure from the USA for second. France and Mexico back a little ways in fourth and fifth. Vietnam has just taken the fastest lap, 20.44 seconds. And they're doing a good job right now. Indonesia still trying to catch up. And they've caught a little bit of ground, 0.4 seconds. But it's going to be hard for them to catch up. And here they go, though, and they take the lead there. Indonesia now back in the lead. Vietnam is very close, though, as we go through the booster, and Vietnam takes it through the exit of that plexiglass section. And now they're back in the lead. We're on lap 7, almost halfway through this race already. Vietnam in the lead, Indonesia in second, France coming in at third, USA in fourth, Mexico in fifth, and here comes France, and they overtake for second place over the USA and Indonesia. And now they're putting their sights on Vietnam. And there they go, and they're making a pass there, and now France is in the lead. Vietnam very close behind, though. Let's see if they can take it right back as we enter the 9th lap. And here comes Indonesia. Good speed from them, and they overtake for second place from Indonesia. Up to plexiglass they go yet again. Indonesia back in the lead over France and Vietnam. These top 3 marbles are very close. A lot of overtakes, and Indonesia is trying to fight France. It gets back and forth. France, Vietnam, Indonesia in the lead. And here comes the USA. They want to get in on the action as well. And where is France? They have extended themselves from the rest of these 3 marbles. USA now in second place, catching up to France. Here comes Indonesia and France and the USA as we go into this next corner. Indonesia in the lead. This is a battle in the second half of this race. So many marbles fighting for the lead. Indonesia in first place. Here comes Vietnam. The USA is in there as well. France and Brazil all closing in on Indonesia, who's having a really hard time keeping the lead. They've lost it many times, but somehow they were able to take it back. And now it's Vietnam who is in the lead. Another good leader in this race. It's Vietnam, Indonesia battling for the win. And Brazil is up there in third place as well. France and the USA are losing some ground on these top 3 marbles. Mexico fighting the USA for 5th place. Will they be able to do it? And there goes China, and they're barely ahead of Vietnam. We may have a lapping situation here as we enter the 13th lap up the booster once again. Here comes Vietnam and Brazil. Brazil now in the lead over Vietnam and Indonesia, who is both drafting Brazil. Indonesia takes back the lead in that straight as we go into the final corner of this lap. Into the 14th lap they go, and China may start to put some problems on some of these other marbles, but China has fallen off the track, and China will have a DNF. What a horrible situation for China. They went over the plexiglass, and now they're on the ground. That's good for Brazil and Indonesia, because now they won't have any marble to worry about to slow them down ahead of the other 2 marbles. We're in the 15th lap. Indonesia in the lead, but Brazil coming as well. They are switching back and forth so many times, it's hard to keep track of who is currently in the lead. There goes Brazil back in the lead. It's a neck-and-neck battle between Brazil and Indonesia as we enter the 16th lap. Let's take a look at the replay here on China. It was so high up, it went over the plexiglass. Had they stayed on that section of the track that they landed on, they would have had a major shortcut. I'm not sure if that would have been allowed. Brazil in first place, 0.3 seconds ahead of Indonesia. We are in the 16th lap. And who's in third place? France being followed by Vietnam and Mexico. But they're pretty far behind, second and third. And then there's Brazil leading the pack with quite a bit of length. Brazil only has 2 more laps to go. Here comes France, and they may overtake the lead through this straight. They don't. And as Brazil still in the lead, they only have 2 more laps to go, and they will be the champion of this race. Can they fend off France for that time? Up the booster they go. France trying everything they can to pass, and they do right there. And now it's France in the lead as we go around this hairpin turn. And now we're going to have to start thinking about more lapping situations because India is in the back of the pack, and you're going to start seeing them on the screen as well. But now it's time for the final lap. It's France in the lead up the booster for the final time. Brazil takes the lead, and here comes Vietnam, and they take it from France as well. They're both trying to catch up to Brazil. They're running out of time. Can Brazil fend them off for 2 more turns? And there's a big boost of speed for Brazil around the final turn, and it will be Brazil who will be the champion of this friendly glass car race. Vietnam coming in close at second, and France in third place. Mexico in fourth. Indonesia rounds off your top 5. Definitely congratulations to Brazil. They fought hard for it, and they took home the gold. Vietnam fighting the entire race, getting second, and Indonesia, another big leader, finishing in 5th. Still a respectable finish, but it's no first place like they wanted. So China DNFing on that booster section. Definitely a hard pill to swallow for them. As we take a look at some of these replays, Mexico was in lead for the first couple of laps. Eventually they would be thrown, fell down as Argentina and Vietnam came to the spotlight. Here's Vietnam overtaking the USA for second place. I believe USA may have taken it right back. The second half of this race was a neck-and-neck battle. There's quite a few marbles kept overtaking for the lead over and over again, back and forth. Definitely an intense race. Plexiglass, the star of the track. These marbles really fly. Saw the dangers of that. These marbles are taking risks in order to receive glory. And in China's case, that risk did not turn out so well. There's Indonesia, France in the USA, up in the top 3. Look at that. India having trouble on the wall section there. Here's Brazil, Indonesia, and Vietnam fighting for that top position. And here's the spot where China flies off the track. Way too high, too much speed. Caused them DNF. Up the booster, almost a vertical exit. Here's overtake by Vietnam. So congratulations to Brazil for being the champion of this friendly glass car race. Vietnam coming in at second and France coming in at third place. This is just a preview of Glass Car 2023, which is coming soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe and stay tuned for Glass Car 2023. It's definitely going to be an amazing season. Brazil with the fastest lap, 20.401. on lap 11, also happened to be that they are the champion of this race. And they weren't really in the spotlight. They weren't in the lead for the majority of the race, but they came and took it at the last second. Unfortunately, Indonesia not able to sit on the podium. They had a good fight. They were in the lead for a lot of the race, but at least they got 5th place. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more Fubeca's Marble Runs. I'm Jeremiah, signing off. Until next time, this has been Fubeca's Marble Runs. Good day, everyone.
The night is alive. Whispers echo across the track. The fear circuit awakens. Seven haunted funnels. An electric elevator rising through the mist. Every corner hides a secret. "16 nations step into the darkness. Only the brave will survive the race of fear." And at the finish line, the clown waits in silence. His smile never fades.
Ready for a spine-chilling marble race?
They call it the Board of Death. Only one will survive. On one side, United States versus Spain. Germany versus India. Argentina versus Indonesia. Belgium versus Turkey. Russia versus Mexico. Vietnam versus Canada. Japan versus Philippines. And the final match, Brazil versus the United Kingdom. The Survivor's Trophy shines in the dark. The full view of the board unfolds. The fear has just begun. First deadly matchup, United States versus Spain. The shadows close in. No one leaves unchanged. The start is triggered. They rush through candles, crawling with roaches, and dive into funnel 1. Spain takes the lead, down into funnel 2, spinning near the nest of spiders. United States takes the lead, heading into the snake pit at funnel 3. A mutant spider, shaped like a skull, lurks inside a damp green well. The United States still survives, rolling into funnel 4. Up the electric elevator, a zombie hand nearby, lifeless, or maybe not. A giant spider rests on that arm, terrifying. United States enters the final stretch. The clown is near. You can feel the chill. Closer to survival, the United States drops into the last funnel. They survive, at least for now. The clown laughs, a chilling sound echoing through the dark. He knows Spain is gone. Spain falls in the deadly game. Silence takes over the track. Fans hold their breath. The fear circuit has claimed its first victim. The next victim approaches. Brazil versus the United Kingdom. Only one escapes this deadly battle. Fans, be warned. If you're scared, leave the room now. Every time the screen flickers, something terrifying will appear. A ghostly voice, reaching out from the shadows. Lights on, the marbles roll. Funnel 1, both fighting for control, side by side in the chaos. Brazil enters the snake pit and stays alive for now. The United Kingdom refuses to fall into the depths, trying to pass Brazil, but fails. Viewers like the video or regret it later. The United Kingdom drops back, their will to survive fading away. Brazil rises to funnel 5. Fear takes over. Look to the right. The zombie's hand returns. Brazil is threatened, but still alive. The United Kingdom, desperate, feels its strength drained by the haunted track. Brazil reaches the final funnel. The clown seems to sleep, or maybe he's watching. The United Kingdom fights to the end, dives into the last funnel, but Brazil survives. The lights flicker, the air turns cold, and the track whispers, "Your turn will come." The end has come for the United Kingdom. The clown speaks from the darkness. 2 victims now rest in the basement, and there is room for many more. The air feels heavier. The track is hungry. Next up, Belgium versus Turkey. Only one will escape this nightmare. Subscribe to Fubeca Race, if you dare. The start opens, and only one will survive. Halloween brings the fear alive, and this track was built for it. Turkey moves to funnel 2, into the nest of venomous spiders. Turkey wants to stay in the game. willing to do anything to escape this cursed place. Belgium fights back, refusing to fall to the dark forces of the track. Belgium climbs the elevator, the most tense and terrifying part of the race. Turkey passes near the zombie's hand. Fear takes over. Belgium wants to survive, getting closer to the terrifying clown. Turkey panics, trying to reach Belgium. The fear is real now. Turkey gathers its last strength. Passes Belgium at the end. Belgium can only scream, but no one will hear her. The clown seems pleased, collecting more souls for his basement. 3 nations now lost, in the depths of his twisted prison. Russia and Mexico are announced, both trembling in fear of the dark forces that drain the life from every racer. The gates are closed. There is no way out. The barrier opens. The marbles roll down. The wind blows stronger, and the cold spreads across the track. Both enter Funnel 1, the nest of roaches. Russia takes the lead, heading toward Funnel 2, the nest of spiders. Fear tests the heart, but courage is born only in the shadows. Mexico finds the strength to pass. Russia feels her energy drained by the dark power of the track. Mexico reaches Funnel 4, but knows this is not the time to celebrate. There are many horrors still ahead. Russia feels her heartbeat racing out of rhythm, a true effect of Halloween. Mexico conquers Funnel 6, but feels heavy, tired. The clown watches from the shadows. Russia begins to give up. No strength left to fight. Mexico survives, escaping the clown's cursed basement. For Russia, only despair remains. The clown returns, silent but alive. He feeds on fear, watching every marble fall. His laughter echoes. No one knows if it's joy or hunger. Germany and India are called. To the track of fear, the terror is on the screen. The start is triggered. Only one will
Subscribe
survive.
to this channel.
advances quickly to funnel 2. Germany moves into the snake pit. Fear rises. The cold grows stronger across the track. Mexico gathers strength to fight, even knowing he must save energy for the end, where the clown drains every ounce of power. He stays behind, struggling against the fear. Germany rises to funnel 5. Fear grows stronger near the zombie's hand. There are stories that it once grabbed marbles mid-race, dragging them straight to the basement. Mexico finds strength again, but still can't pass. Germany moves to funnel 6. Mexico refuses to give up, pushes harder, overtakes Germany, and enters the final funnel, where the energy is drained completely. Germany drops into the last funnel. Now it's pure survival. Mexico endures, fighting against every shadow on the track. Germany falls to despair, and the fans can feel the chill of the clown's laughter. Japan and the Philippines are called to the track. Chills and whispers fill the air. The tension is real. The start is triggered. Lights flash across the circuit. The game of survival begins. The Philippines moves ahead and takes funnel 2. The Philippines pushes forward, entering the snake pit, determined to stay alive. Japan drops down, but can't overtake. The Philippines keeps rolling, fighting to survive the cursed track. Japan escapes the snake pit and reaches elevator 4. The shadows move closer. Something dark watches from above. Japan climbs the elevator. Beware the zombie's hand. Japan gets neck and neck with the Philippines, but can't make the pass. His energy fades fast. The Philippines advances into the final funnel, closer than ever to the clown. Japan refuses to give up, dives into the last funnel. Now, survival is everything. Japan endures to the very end. The Philippines screams, dragged to the basement of nightmares. For those watching, the fear never ends. Argentina and Indonesia are called to the track of fear. Screams echo in the background. Voices whisper from the dark. The barrier opens. green lights flash, and it's time for survival between them. They reach Funnel 1, the pit of flying roaches. Argentina dives into the nest of venomous spiders. The fans can feel the chill. This is Halloween, where every move could be the last. Even the wind sounds like a scream. The struggle for survival is fierce. Both want to escape the clown's basement of nightmares. Argentina climbs the elevator, but the zombie's hand waits, ready to grab. Indonesia fights to stay alive, escaping the zombie's hand by inches. The crowd gasps in terror. The clown laughs from the darkness, his voice echoing across the track. Halloween feeds on their fear. Indonesia surges ahead, gaining a burst of dark energy. Despair now belongs to Argentina, fighting only to survive. The clown announces his next victim. Indonesia survives and moves to the next challenge. For Argentina, only silence remains. In this place, no one hears the screams. The track never forgives. Vietnam and Canada are called to the track of death. They fight for the last spot in the quarterfinals. 7 are gone, forever trapped in the clown's basement. The barrier opens, hearts change rhythm. The cold returns, and the moon shines brighter over the track. Both reach Funnel 1, surrounded by crawling roaches. Canada pushes forward into the nest of venomous spiders. The fans can feel it, the fear crawling under their skin, the darkness closing in, the laughter echoing from somewhere deep below. Tonight, survival belongs only to the fearless. Vietnam passes the mutant spider and conquers Funnel 4. The crowd shivers. Every movement echoes like a heartbeat in the dark. The air feels alive, haunted by whispers no one can explain. Vietnam climbs the shadowed elevator, heading toward Funnel 5. Each step up feels colder, as if the track itself is watching. A battle for survival unfolds. Everything counts now. One mistake means a lifetime in the clown's prison. Vietnam stays strong, even under the haunted lights. Canada struggles to keep up, knowing the price of failure is unthinkable. Canada receives strength from beyond, surging past Vietnam. Vietnam fades, weak and hopeless. With the clown as his only company, Canada wins and survives the track of death. The laughter returns, and Halloween claims another soul. Eight marbles have fallen into the eternal basement. Their screams can still be heard from above, but the track of death keeps 8 survivors, for now. Indonesia and Turkey open the show of horror. Let the quarterfinals begin, the shadows return, and the fear rises once again. If you haven't subscribed to the Fubeca race channel, beware, you could be called. Play the game with no way out. The barrier opens, the marbles roll, blood warms, and the cold strikes deeper. This is Halloween on the track of death. The moon turns pale above the track. Shadows twist on the marble lanes. Whispers call from the depths. The night itself wants to play. Both marbles enter funnel 3, the pit of the venomous serpent. Indonesia pushes through to funnel 4. Turkey loses its breath. The power between the moon and the track resonates like distant stars, where the sun can never shine. Indonesia rises through the elevator of the hand, heading to funnel 5. Turkey climbs next, hoping to meet its rival again and fight for one more chance at survival. Turkey reaches funnel 6, leaving despair behind. For a moment, hope flickers, but the shadows move closer with every turn. Indonesia refuses to give in, fighting as if her soul could break free from the curse. No one wants to be dragged away by the clown, whose laughter slithers through the fog like a living thing. Turkey dives down in a desperate run for survival, but fate has already chosen. Indonesia survives, while Turkey screams echo into eternity, lost beneath the haunted marble track. Indonesia survives, and only 3 spots remain. Mexico and Canada are summoned once again. One will escape, the other will face a cruel fate in the clown's basement. The barrier opens, the marbles roll, and the track of death awakens for another battle.
Share this video with your friends!
They collide for survival in funnel 2, where venomous spiders crawl along the walls, and every spin feels like a heartbeat made of fear. Neither wants to fall to the basement. They fight through funnel 3, where the serpent waits, a cold hiss echoing through the dark. Mexico pushes forward, reaching funnel 4, the path twisting tighter with every turn. Canada is close behind, refusing to vanish into the shadows. Canada closes the gap. The battle burns hotter. The tension feeds the track itself. Mexico surges toward funnel 6, the final pit of survival. Both fight as if the night itself were watching, knowing that only one will rise, and the other will be swallowed by the darkness. Canada survives, and Mexico already knows its fate. The crowd falls silent. The lights flicker across the haunted track. The clown smiles from the shadows, adding another soul to his eternal collection. The basement whispers, "Once you fall, you never rise again." States and India are called once more by the voice from the darkness. The barrier opens, and only one will survive this round of horror. Funnel 1. Both enter the nest of roaches. India pushes forward and takes Funnel 2 among the spiders. The United States strikes back, passing India, trying to stay far from the clown's gaze. The United States descends, passing the mutant spider, racing into Funnel 4. The air grows colder. The fog wraps tighter around the track. The United States climbs the elevator, but danger awaits above. The zombie's hand twitches, as if craving another victim. Every creak of the metal sounds like a heartbeat made of fear. India takes the lead, leaving the United States in despair, afraid of being dragged away by the clown. But the United States fights back, focused only on survival. Charging ahead into the final funnel, the crowd roars. The track trembles beneath the light of the blood moon. India dives in too, and survival comes down to the final funnel. The United States survives, and for India, only fear remains. The clown watches, and Halloween never ends on this track.
Subscribe to this channel.
This has been Fubeca Race, the Track of Death Halloween edition. Don't miss the next horror showdown. Follow Fubeca Race on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Brazil and Japan are called to the track. They know what must be done to stay alive. This is not their first time facing the darkness. The gate opens, the lights ignite, and the marbles roll in desperation. Brazil advances fast, sliding into Funnel 2 with the spiders. The crowd feels the chill, the silence before chaos, and every heartbeat sounds like thunder in the fog. Brazil descends through the path of the mutant spider, where every shadow hides a whisper of fear. Japan's energy fades, drained by the cursed marble track. Brazil climbs the elevator, heading toward Funnel 5. Japan rises on the elevator of the hand, while Brazil drops into Funnel 6. The line between survival and eternal darkness grows thin. Brazil edges closer to survival. Japan begins to hallucinate. Visions of despair flooding his mind. The basement of souls calling his name. Brazil survives. And on the finish line, restless spirits reach out, trying to escape the fate that awaits below. The track breathes, and the night whispers. Halloween is far from over.
Players could not endure the pressure of Halloween. They are now trapped for eternity inside the clown's realm of darkness. For survivors remain, ready to face each other simultaneously on the track of death. Only one will walk through the door of escape.
Get ready for the final race with 4 teams!
Prepare yourselves for the grand finale. The gates open, the lights flare to life. For survivors stand, but 3 will never return home. Their destiny lies in the basement's shadow. Brazil and Indonesia in Funnel 2. Venomous serpents everywhere, sliding through the shadows of the track. Indonesia drops first, but that doesn't mean safety. The track hungers for fear. Brazil takes the lead, climbing the zombies' elevator. The gears creak like bones breaking. The air grows heavy, and something watches from the dark. The battle at Funnel 5 is certain. Each marble feels the pull of invisible hands, dragging them toward the basement. Indonesia breaks through, reaching Funnel 6 under the echo of screams. Brazil survives. The others fall into the darkness. This game is not for the weak, not for those who fear the night. 16 enter, but only one walks away from the track of death. The screams fade, the lights flicker, and the clown whispers to the audience, if you are watching in the dark, he can see you too.
Game is over. The track of death falls silent. For now, to all who survived the fear, and to those still hiding in the dark, happy Halloween from Fubeca Race. Tell us in the comments which part chilled you the most. Until next time, keep your lights on.
We are here in Qatar for our version of the World Cup. Hey everybody, I'm Jeremiah. Welcome back to Fubeca's Marble Runs. We have all 32 countries competing in this year's World Cup held in Qatar, all competing in this tournament. We'll have 2 countries per video, all accumulating points, and that will predict which countries will advance to the next round of the World Cup. Today we have Qatar versus Ecuador, competing in 2 races to try to get as many points as possible. Here are all 32 countries competing in the World Cup. Of course, we will have our own versions with all of these countries as well, all in their separate groups. Now it is time to start the Fubeca World Cup. With Qatar versus Ecuador. First round, here we go through the Plinko, and it is Qatar who comes out to the early lead into this funnel. Who can come out first through this funnel and get into the stairs first? It will be Ecuador, who is 1 stair ahead of Qatar. As we go up, let's see if Qatar can catch back up the hosts of the 2022 World Cup, already falling a little bit short in this race, but they still have a lot of time to make up some ground. Ecuador now has entered the first yellow funnel. These yellow funnels a little bit larger, but the incline is a little bit sharper, which means the marbles go through them a little bit quicker than some of the orange funnels. Even though the orange funnels are smaller, the incline is a lot more gradual, which causes the marbles to go around a lot more times than they do in these larger yellow funnels. And Ecuador is stuck on the track. They have lost their lead. Qatar right up behind them now into the blue funnel. They're neck and neck. One more funnel after this. Qatar goes into the right funnel, and Ecuador goes into the left. Who will exit first? It will be Qatar, and they'll get the first point of the day. And Ecuador will come out pointless with this first group. Now it's time for the second round between these two teams. And this is the last chance for Ecuador to gain any points. Qatar coming out to lead early, but here comes Ecuador. But they are getting pushed aside by Qatar, who's the first one to enter the stairs this time. And they're actually 2 stairs ahead of Ecuador this time, instead of being 1 behind in the last heat. Can Ecuador catch back up? They just hope and pray that Qatar will get stuck on the track like they did in the last group, the last round. Into the yellow funnels they go. Ecuador still a little bit behind. Qatar's the first one to leave the first yellow funnel. Ecuador coming in about a couple seconds behind Qatar. They still can make it. If Qatar does some mistake, even if they don't, if Ecuador just does an amazing job, they will be able to catch up. But Qatar already up there in the blue funnel. And here comes Ecuador, a large hit from Ecuador. And now they're neck and neck in this blue funnel. Let's see who can exit the last funnel first. Qatar in the last funnel, but here comes Ecuador as well. They're neck and neck. Qatar barely ahead of Ecuador. And let's see who can come out first. It's Ecuador. And Ecuador will get the second point of this match. So both teams will have won. England versus Iran. Here we go. Iran, the more colorful one. England, the more blue tinted one. As we go into this orange funnel, who will come out first? Looks like England will be the first one to enter these stairs. Iran quite a few stairs behind. 2 stairs behind England as we go up the stairs. Let's see if England can keep the lead or if Iran can make a comeback. Up the second stairs they go. No movement yet. But as we get into the second sector of this course, that's where things really start to happen. Here we go into the yellow funnels they go. And it is England still in the lead. Iran trying to catch up if they can make some contact to England. That will push them off course and possibly allow Iran to catch up and possibly even overtake for the lead. As we enter the second yellow funnel, England still exiting the funnel first. Iran is having some trouble now as England goes into the blue funnel. Iran, though, trying to come up and catch here. If they can make a contact like that right there, they will even the playing field. Now England and Iran neck and neck. England's one to exit first, and they both go into the same funnel. It will be a race to the line. Who will exit the funnel first? And it will be England who will exit first. They actually get stuck underneath the funnel, but still are able to finish in first, causing Iran to push them across the line. England will get the first point. Now it's time for race 2. This time it's Iran off to lead into the orange funnel. Of course, England trying to make a contact like they do right there, and a sly overtake by England up to the stairs. And again, they are 2 stairs ahead of Iran. Out of the stairs into the second stairs, and England is going to be, looks like 3 stairs ahead of Iran this time. Iran is having a very hard time in this tournament, and England might be able to take both points from this match. So go into the yellow funnel. Looks like England is going to be able to exit first. Iran, though, catching up a little bit. England is able to exit the funnel first. Iran trying to just make a contact with England, like they did in this upcoming funnel in the last race. They may be able to, Here goes England into the blue funnel. And here comes Iran. This is where it gets interesting, but no contact. But there's one right there. And Iran now in the lead as they go into the last funnel. England has some catching up to do, but they come in a hard hit from England, and they overtake the lead with confidence. England will get 2 points. A full smash out from England. Iran with 0 points. It'll be tough for them to advance after this event. Senegal in the green, the Netherlands in the yellow, and we are going with the first match. To the orange funnel they go, and is Senegal in the lead. Will Netherlands be able to overtake? No, they won't through that orange funnel. They're one step behind Senegal. Let's see if they're able to gain any ground. Barely missing out on getting on the same step. Sometimes these marbles can get on the same step, and actually the marble who's in the back will be the one who will get into the step, and the other one will be pushed down to the bottom just because of how those stairs work. And is Senegal still in the lead? The Netherlands are trying to catch up. They're getting pretty neck and neck now. And the Netherlands are able to overtake through that yellow funnel, and Senegal very close behind. Let's see if they can catch up and overtake for the lead through this second yellow funnel. No, they won't. The Netherlands are still in the lead, going in and up into this blue funnel. Here comes Senegal as well. Will they make a contact? Yes, they do. And they give a little bit of momentum to the Netherlands. And they're able to exit the funnel first. The Netherlands are running out of time to be able to overtake the Senegal. About to exit their funnel, and they do. Senegal will get the first point of this match. Netherlands will not. Netherlands still can't get 1 point in the second match. Senegal is now racing for 2 points, which will definitely help them with advancement to the next round of the World Cup. And there's a hit from the Netherlands there, and they overtake for the lead this time up into the stairs. And Senegal is 2 stairs behind the Netherlands. Up into the second stairs. Has the Netherlands gained any more ground? No, they haven't. Senegal is still solidly 2 steps behind. Up into the yellow funnel they go. Let's see if Senegal can make any passes and overtake for the lead in these yellow funnels. They can get 2 points. Let's see if they want it bad enough. As we go into the second yellow funnel, Netherlands quite a ways ahead. Senegal is not able to do any contacts there. And the Netherlands will be the first one to enter the blue funnel. Senegal just now exiting the yellow funnel. We'll see if they can make a contact too. Yes, they do. But the Netherlands, quick exit there. They get out of trouble fast. And now they're going to try to exit this yellow funnel before Senegal can catch up to them. And they do. So it'll be a tied game. Netherlands will get 1 point. Senegal will get 1 point. That'll help them both. And now, for the first race, we have USA and Wales. The USA is in the blue. Wales is in the white as we get started here into the first orange funnel. And it looks like the USA comes out first into the stairs, being followed very closely by Wales, only 1 step behind the USA. Let's see if they can catch up any during the second stairs section, or if they'll lose any ground. Same position as in this first stairs, but really the second half of this race is where things really start to get interesting. Let's see if Wales can catch up. Looks like they're putting some pressure on the USA right there, giving them a little bit of momentum. I think they've even slowed down a little bit there, because when you're going through these funnels, the point is to go slower than your opponent, because you'll get to the hole faster. And it is Wales who has regained the lead from the USA. See if the USA can take it back through the second funnel or through these last couple of funnels at the end of the course. Wales going into the blue funnel first. They have to try to get out of the funnel before the USA gets there, because the USA can put a momentum on, and they do right there, overtaking for the lead. Can the USA exit this last funnel before Wales catches back up? Yes, they will. They are stuck underneath the funnel there, but Wales, I don't think it's going to be able to pass them. No, they won't. The USA will get the first point of this match. Now it's time for match 2. Off we go through the Plinko section, and they're still pretty neck and neck, but this time Wales is off to lead. But here comes the USA, and a bump from the USA. And a swift move by them, and they overtake the lead and get a significant lead on the stairs. 4 sections ahead of Wales. Wales has got a lot of catching up to do. They want to even just tie up the USA for this match. USA now entering the first yellow funnel. Wales now barely getting there. USA is clearly farther ahead down the funnel than Wales is. I'm not sure if Wales is going to be able to make any contacts. No, they won't through that first funnel. Let's see if they can catch up through the second funnel. USA trying to go as quickly as possible to avoid any contacts from Wales. And we don't have any contacts through the second yellow funnel. USA still has to hold off the lead for 2 more funnels. But as we saw in the last match, that's how they overtook. And here comes Wales, a contact from them. Now they're neck and neck into the blue funnel. Wales is able to overtake just like the USA did in the last heat. And Wales trying to get out of this yellow funnel first before the USA does. They're having some trouble, but they are able to. It will be a tied match. 1 point for the USA, 1 point for Wales. Argentina in the blue, Saudi Arabia in the more greenish teal color. As we get going here into the Plinko, and it is Argentina who gains the slight lead into the orange funnel. Let's see if Saudi Arabia can overtake through this orange funnel. They're pretty neck and neck, and they are able to overtake for the lead. We have 2 marbles on 1 stair. Unfortunately, Saudi Arabia was a little bit ahead, so they got the farther ahead stair than Argentina. That'll lose Argentina a little bit of ground. Saudi Arabia is about a second ahead of Argentina, which is not that far, especially when you get into these funnels, because you can contact each other like Argentina did right there. And now the playing field has been leveled as we go to the hole. Argentina overtakes for the lead. Can Saudi Arabia catch back up? Argentina trying to stay as far away from Saudi Arabia as possible, because if they get too close, they could get a contact which could bump them off course, but they're pretty close here. Argentina gets stuck on the track before the funnel, and that actually loses them momentum, which gets them through the funnel quicker. A nail biter from Argentina, and they'll take this match easily. Saudi Arabia did not see that coming. They just rammed them with all their might. Argentina used that to their advantage to the first point. And now it's time for the heat 2, and they're pretty neck and neck still. Saudi Arabia, slight lead, but Argentina overtakes through this first orange funnel, so they'll be ahead in the stairs this time. 2 stairs ahead of Saudi Arabia. Argentina off into the second stairs now. Saudi Arabia still trying to catch up, and there's still 2 sections behind Argentina. Argentina trying to get to that funnel and slow down as quickly as possible when they get into this yellow funnel here, because they don't want to be hit by Saudi Arabia and lose course. And Saudi Arabia coming up a little bit here. They aren't able to do anything there. Argentina is able to take first place through that first yellow funnel. Let's see if they can do it in the second yellow funnel. Saudi Arabia coming up a little bit behind there, and they might overtake here. They're neck and neck, but Argentina is able to take first place still through that funnel there. And a hard hit from Saudi Arabia in this blue funnel. Argentina is able to withstand it, and they still are in the lead. And now into these final 2 funnels, whoever exits first will get the second point, and it's very close. Argentina coming out to the line, very close here at the World Cup. Denmark in the solid red, Tunisia in the white-red stripes, and we are off. And it is Tunisia that comes out to the lead. I thought Denmark was going to go out there and lead at first, but they got caught up in that Plinko section. But Denmark did lose out in that first orange funnel, and they're pretty slow outside the funnel as well. And they're 3 steps behind Tunisia, who's already in the second stairs. Let's see if Denmark can catch up in these next couple of funnels, because that's really where the action starts to happen. Tunisia has 2 more stairs to climb, and then they'll be in the race with Denmark. Denmark trying to stay as far away from Tunisia as possible, and they're circling around the hole, and they are able to exit first. Tunisia not far behind, a couple seconds behind Denmark there as they go into the second funnel. If they can make a contact with Denmark, that will change everything, and they have a tiny contact there, but nothing yet. And Denmark out to the lead into this first blue funnel. 2 more funnels to go. Can Denmark make a hard hit in this blue funnel? Yes, they do. And now they're neck and neck, and I think Tunisia will be able to exit the funnel first. They're in the last funnel. Can Denmark catch up for the final point? A hard hit from Denmark, and they're racing to the line. Who will it be? And it will be Tunisia who will get the first point of this match. Denmark fought hard, They lost out in that first match. Let's see if they can get a point in this second match. Into the orange funnel they go. They're neck and neck with Tunisia in the lead. But Denmark is able to exit the funnel first up into the stairs. Tunisia again behind like we saw in the last heat. But let's see if they can catch up and overtake in the last couple of funnels like we saw in the last heat. Denmark trying to extend their lead as far as possible so they don't lose out on another point here in this match. And they're the first one to enter the yellow funnel. We'll see if Tunisia can catch up here or if Denmark can hold the lead. They're closer to the hole than Tunisia is. So Tunisia trying to put a little pressure there. They aren't able to do it. Now they have a little bit of a break before they have to go up against Denmark yet again. Now they're trying to catch up again, but Denmark so close to the hole already. Tunisia trying to catch up there, but they aren't able to do it. But this is where this really starts to get interesting. Let's see if Tunisia can come up and hit Denmark from behind. Denmark's already in the last funnel. Looking bad for Tunisia at this point. Denmark might be able to tie up this match. And they do. It's a tied 1-1 game. Denmark won, Tunisia won. And that's our prediction for this match of the World Cup. Tunisia taking a little while to finish that race. Not quite a comeback like we saw in the last match. Mexico in the green, Poland in the orange, and we are off. Into the Plinko they go. Mexico in the slight lead. Poland is able to overtake through that white funnel, and now they're trying to pressure Mexico in this orange funnel, and they are able to take the lead, which Mexico possibly had. Hard to gauge who has lead in those small orange funnels. Mexico looks like they had it, and Poland is 2 steps ahead of Mexico in the first stairs, entering the second stairs now. Mexico has actually lost a stairs. It's pretty unusual. I haven't seen a marble actually lose or gain any stairs in between these 2 sets, so that's unfortunate for Mexico. They have a little bit of catching up to do. Poland circling around that center hole closer than Mexico, and they are able to get into the second yellow funnel. Let's see if Mexico can catch up. They're running out of time, but the blue funnel coming up ahead is the place where most overtakes happen, and let's see if it happens here. Poland, the first one will get to the blue funnel, and they'll be spinning there first. Let's see if Mexico can make a contact on Poland. And they do there, and a quick overpass by Mexico. They are now in the lead in this last yellow funnel. And I think they're going to take the first point. Poland not able to come up and catch back up. Mexico with the first point of this match. And Poland, of course, only has one more chance to tie up Mexico, or Mexico can completely defeat Poland and get 2 points. Now it's time for Heat 2. And they are off into the Plinko they go. Poland again in the lead, but Mexico is in there as well. And they overtake through the funnel this time. Into the stairs they go. Poland losing some ground every step that Mexico takes up those stairs. And they're 4 steps behind Mexico. Mexico entering the next stairs. Let's see if Poland can lose or gain any stairs. And it looks like they lose a stair just like Mexico did in the last heat. Now there were 5 stairs behind Mexico as they go up into this yellow funnel. Poland does have some catching up to do, but overtakes are entirely possible, as we've seen in some of the previous matches in this series. Mexico enters the second yellow funnel. Poland is still spinning around in the first one, and they finally exit and trying to catch up to Mexico in the second yellow funnel. Mexico already almost exiting the yellow funnel. They do there, and now they're going to enter the blue funnel. But let's see if Poland can come up and contact on Mexico. Mexico slowing down a little bit there, and they get a lot of momentum from Poland, but they're able to use it to exit that funnel. Poland is running out of time, and Mexico will get 2 points. Poland will not get any points, and they will advance no further in the World Cup. Unfortunate for Poland. That is our prediction for the World Cup. We'll have to see if it's right. We have France in the blue and Australia in the yellow. Here we go. Into the Plinko they go. And Australia takes the quick lead into the first orange funnel they go. Australia trying to catch up here, but France is able to overtake for the lead into those first stairs. Let's see how many stairs they can catch ahead. Looks like 5 stairs ahead of Australia. Let's see if Australia can gain any through this little section in between cases. No, they don't. And Australia still pretty far behind, trying to catch up. Now they're finally in the same funnel as France, but France is pretty far ahead. And they're already about to exit this first yellow funnel. Australia now about in the same place that France was a couple seconds ago. And they're trying to still try and just contact France. France doing a pretty good job in this first match. And now they're entering the first blue funnel. And this is where Australia can make their move. Let's see if it happens right about now. And they do put a little bit of contact on France. And that slows them down a little bit there. France actually loses out to Australia there, but they come back with a hit. And France will overtake back for the lead, and they'll get the first point of this match. Australia's chance of getting 2 points are gone. Still can tie it up with France. They win this next match. And they are off through the Plinko. Who comes out this time? It is France. But Australia is very close behind as well. Who will exit this first orange funnel? It's Australia. Australia trying to get a quick head start like France did in the last match. They still want to get that point, because every point counts when you're in qualifying for the FIFA World Cup. France 4 points behind Australia on the stairs. Now they both enter the first yellow funnel, and Australia is closer to the hole than France is for this first funnel. But France is trying to gain a little bit of ground. But gaining ground in these large yellow funnels is very difficult, because contacts are rare. And that's why the blue funnel is so important. Australia is trying to get there as quickly as possible so they can have more time to exit the funnel before France can put any contacts on them. But it looks like they're not going to be able to avoid it. Here comes France, but they actually don't put much contact on until later in the funnel. And they are able to use that to exit the funnel first. And they are both in separate funnels. Who will exit first? It's France, who will get both points in this match, and Australia will get 0. Let's see if this prediction is right in the real FIFA World Cup. We have Morocco and Croatia. Morocco is in the red, Croatia in the white with red stripes. And we are off into the Plinko they go. They both opt for the right side. And it's Croatia who is in the lead. But here comes Morocco from the back into the orange funnel. And Morocco is able to overtake through that orange funnel and get to the stairs first. 2 stairs separate Morocco from Croatia. As we go into the second stairs, let's see if Croatia can gain any ground. No, they don't. Still 2 stairs behind. And Morocco is about to exit the stairs into the first yellow funnel. Let's see if Croatia can put any contacts on Morocco and possibly overtake through these yellow funnels. It is possible to overtake through these yellow funnels, but it's hard. It's easier to overtake through the blue funnel after this section of the track. We'll have to see if Croatia makes any moves there. Morocco still in the lead through this second yellow funnel, and they exit first and are now headed to the blue funnel. Let's see if Croatia can catch up and possibly even overtake here. Here's where the most overtakes happens in this series, and there's a contact. They are neck and neck. Who will exit this blue funnel first? And is Morocco the first marble to get to the yellow funnels? Let's see if Croatia can make any moves. They do right there. They're neck and neck. Croatia slowing down more than Morocco, but Morocco makes a pass, and they'll get the first point of the match. Croatia barely missing out. They had a good fight. They didn't get that first point. Let's see if they can get the second point here in this second match. They take a quick lead, but through this orange funnel is usually where the lead holder gets replaced. And Morocco overtakes the lead from Croatia through that orange funnel, and now they're 2 stairs apart. Let's see if Croatia can make that down to 1. And no, they don't. So they're still 2 stairs behind Morocco. Morocco trying to just stay ahead of Croatia and get those 2 qualifying points. If they do get 2 qualifying points, that'll definitely help them in advancing to the next round of the World Cup. Croatia not able to do any moves in through that first yellow funnel. Morocco exits first. Now they're both in the second yellow funnel, but pretty separated, even though they're in the same funnel. They're on different radiuses, which means that Morocco did exit first. Now they're in the blue funnel, trying to exit before Croatia can make any moves, and they've dodged Croatia altogether. They're out of the blue funnel and into the last yellow funnel, but here comes Croatia and a big hit there. Who will take the second point? Now they're neck and neck. Who will exit first? It is Croatia, who will tie the game 1-1. So both of these teams will get 1 point. Germany in the black, Japan in the white. Here we go. And who will take the lead first? Looks like Germany will take the lead through that white funnel, but a hard hit from Japan in that orange funnel. And they are able to overtake for the lead into the stairs first. Germany still has quite a lot of momentum in that orange funnel. And they're a whole staircase behind Japan. This is the largest lead we've seen by a marble in this entire series so far. Japan doing a tremendous job in this race. Germany's having a very hard time catching up. Let's see if they can do anything in these next couple of funnels. They're in the same funnel at this point, but Japan now exiting, and Germany has a lot of catching up to do. As we go into the second funnel for Germany, Japan almost about to exit this second yellow funnel, going into the blue funnel. And pretty much at this point, the blue funnel is Germany's only hope. If Germany can get to the blue funnel before Japan exits, they can make a contact and level the playing field. Let's see if they do here. We're running out of time, and they do hit Japan there, and they're able to overtake for the lead. What a comeback by Germany. Will Japan be able to come back and overtake? No, they won't. And Germany, by surprise, will get the first point of the match. Definitely an unexpected finish. After having such a lead, Japan losing out. Now it's time for Heat 2. Let's see if Japan can redeem themselves and tie up this match. It is Germany who is in the slight lead into this orange funnel, but they're neck and neck. Let's see who exits the funnel first this time. It is Japan again exiting, but Germany very close behind, only one step behind Japan this time. And this will be a very close match unless somehow one of these marbles makes a huge mistake. Germany wants that second point very badly. They were way too close for comfort in the last heat, and so they really want to make sure to have as good a chance as possible to get that second qualifying point in this match. Japan, though, losing out in that first match after having a full stair lead. They have a lot of pressure on their shoulders to do well in this second match and take this other point to tie up the game. But Germany does not want that to happen. As we exit the second yellow funnel, Japan is in the blue funnel, and they know what happened in the last match, so they're trying to exit as quickly as possible. But here comes Germany and a contact from them. Now they're neck and neck in this blue funnel. It looks like it's going to be a tight race in these last two funnels. And it is Germany who exits first, being followed very closely by Japan. But Japan has more speed than Germany. And I think Germany's going to take it. Yes, they will. Germany 2-0. They will have the 2 points over Japan. We have Spain in the red and Costa Rica in the light blue-white color. And Costa Rica is able to take the lead this time. And actually, Spain having a little bit of lag through that white funnel. It's unusual in this tournament. We'll have to see how that affects their play. And they are 2 steps behind Costa Rica as we enter the stairway. And Costa Rica trying to gain more ground than they already have. Let's see if they do here. No, they don't. Still 2 stairs ahead of Spain, who's trying all they can to just try to catch up to Costa Rica. And they do make a little bit of contact on Costa Rica in this first yellow funnel, but they need to make more contact if they need to overtake for first place. Costa Rica enters the second yellow funnel. Spain trying to catch up as well. This is for the first of 2 qualifying points. Whichever marble finishes first in this first race will be the only marble who has a chance of getting both qualifying points. Costa Rica enters the blue funnel, but here comes Spain, and this is where a major contact can happen, and they miss a little bit, but actually shove Costa Rica into the hole. A major mistake by Spain, but there they go and hit Costa Rica right back, and now they're neck and neck in this final yellow funnel. Costa Rica is able to retain the lead, and they'll take the first point of the match. 1 point to their name for qualifying. Let's see if Spain can tie it up. To go through the plinto into this white funnel, and again, Spain has some trouble exiting that first white funnel. But they're neck and neck in this orange funnel now, and it looks like Spain is going to be able to exit first. Yes, they do. But here comes Costa Rica, and Spain shoves them down the stairs 2 steps. We might have a red card here. I think the officials are looking it over, but I don't think we have any offenses of the rules. So Spain will continue to race in front of Costa Rica. Costa Rica lost even another stair through that second stairway, and so now they have a lot of ground to cover. Spain in the second yellow funnel now. Costa Rica trying to catch up. It looks like Spain is going to be able to get that second qualifying point unless somehow Costa Rica comes up in this blue funnel coming up next and hits Spain out of the way, which is very much possible as we get going here. Spain trying to get out of this blue funnel before Costa Rica can make it there. They might be able to. They do there, and now they're in the final yellow funnel. Now Costa Rica just has to get out of this blue funnel as quickly as possible, but I don't think it's going to matter. Spain will be your second winner of this match. It'll be a tied game, 1-1. So both of these countries will get one qualifying point for the advancement of this World Cup. So that's our prediction of this match, with Belgium in the red and Canada in the white. Here we go, and is Canada who comes out to the lead through that first Plinko and white funnel. Now they're neck and neck in this orange funnel, and Belgium overtakes for the lead. Canada is 2 steps behind Belgium in this stairway. And see if they can gain any ground in this little midsection in between stairways. And no, they don't. They're still 2 sections behind Belgium, who is using their lead to try to get as close to the whole of these yellow funnels as possible. And Canada, of course, is trying to just make a contact on Belgium as they exit this first yellow funnel, entering the second yellow funnel. Canada coming up in here as well into the second yellow funnel, and they're running out of time. We've already passed the midway point of this first race, and Belgium now entering the blue funnel. Let's see if Canada can make any comeback through this blue funnel. And they're coming out around here, and they do make a contact on Belgium there. Now they're neck and neck through this blue funnel. Let's see who can exit first. And Belgium and Canada both exit nearly at the same time. And now it's a race to the line through these funnels, but Belgium is first, so they will get the first point of this match. And that'll definitely help them advance to the next round of this World Cup. Of course, they want another point, and that's where this second round comes in. Canada also wants a qualifying point. It could either be a tied game or Belgium could take both points. Let's see how this works out. And it is Canada who is almost a full stairway ahead of Belgium. A very significant lead by Canada. Belgium had a really hard time getting out of that first orange funnel, and now they're paying for it. Let's see if they can catch up and possibly even overtake Canada through the yellow funnels or the blue funnel, or possibly even the last yellow funnel. And it is Canada who is exiting this first yellow funnel. Belgium has actually got a little bit of ground, and now they're exiting this first yellow funnel. It did hesitate a little bit. They were circling so tightly next to the hole there that they took a little bit more time than you would think is necessary, but Canada has now entered the blue funnel. Here comes Belgium as well, and a contact by them, and they overtake for the lead. Into the yellow funnel they go. Let's see if Canada can catch up. No, they won't. Belgium will take both points in this matchup, and that will help them qualify for the next round of the World Cup. Canada finally finishes World Cup. We have Switzerland in the red and Cameroon in the green, and we are off. And it is Cameroon who comes out to the lead, but they actually are spending a lot of time in this white funnel. Pretty unusual in this type of tournament. We haven't seen that very much before, and they're both neck and neck now in this orange funnel. And who will come out first this time? It is Cameroon who enters the stairway first. Switzerland 2 stairs behind Cameroon. Let's see if they can catch up through this next section. Cameroon entering the second stairway now. Switzerland has lost a stair, and it'll be hard for them to catch up, but of course the blue funnel is where everybody wants to watch, because that is where the most action happens. Usually the second place marble will hit the first place marble and overtake for the win, but that doesn't guarantee a first place. It is still Cameroon in first place in that second funnel. Switzerland just now entering the second funnel as well, and Cameroon trying to stay away from Switzerland. And they are taking a long time to exit that second funnel. That'll lose them some ground. And now Switzerland will have some time to come and contact Cameroon in this blue funnel. We'll see what happens here. Here comes Switzerland, and they actually aren't able to hit Cameroon. Cameroon does a great job at avoiding Switzerland. And now we're at the final funnel. Cameroon in there, but here comes Switzerland. But they aren't able to pass Cameroon, who gets the first point of the match. Switzerland still has one more chance to get the point. and tie this game. We'll have to see if they're able to in the second race. And they are off. Cameroon, quick exit, and they kind of bypass that Plinko on the left side. And now they're both in the white funnel. And it is Switzerland who comes out first, but here comes Cameroon as well, pushing Switzerland away. And that lets them exit first. They're the first one to get into the stair, but they're only one stair ahead of Switzerland. Let's see if Switzerland can catch up in this next group of stairs. And they aren't able to. Still one stair behind Cameroon, but they're very close. This may cause some problems for Cameroon in these funnels. If Switzerland is able to pass through these funnels, they may be able to tie this game. They're very close to Cameroon. Cameroon is able to exit first, and that gives them a couple seconds of advantage in the second funnel. But if Switzerland can contact them, that would change everything. But they're having a hard time doing so, as Cameroon is about to exit the second yellow funnel and about to enter the first blue funnel. On this white rail, and they're stuck. They're stuck on the rail. Switzerland has a wild card, and now they are neck and neck with Cameroon, and they're both funneling in this blue funnel. Who will exit first? It looks like Cameroon, but here comes Switzerland as well. Cameroon will be the first one to exit, followed by Switzerland, and now they're both in this final funnel. Who will exit first? And they're circling and circling, and it is Switzerland who will tie the game with Cameroon. Both of these models get one qualifying point. That is our prediction for this match of the World Cup. We have Uruguay in the blue and South Korea in the more clearish color. As we go into this first white funnel, it is Uruguay who comes out to lead. South Korea, though, not far behind. And I think they may be able to overtake through this orange funnel. Yes, they do, into the first stairway. Uruguay about 2 stairs behind South Korea. As we go up these staircases, let's see if Korea can gain any more stairs over Uruguay. And they do, just by a little bit. Uruguay loses out 1 stair. Now there's 3 stairs behind South Korea as we go up into this first yellow funnel. Can Uruguay make contact on South Korea? It's not looking like it at this point. South Korea has exited the first yellow funnel, entering the second one. And Uruguay is still in the first, barely now just exiting the first one. And now they're both in this second funnel, racing, trying to get to that hole first. South Korea is closer, though, and they'll be the first marble to get into the next blue funnel. Can Uruguay make a comeback in this next blue funnel? We're about to find out. South Korea is trying to get out as quickly as possible before Uruguay makes any contacts, and they do right there. Now the playing field has been leveled, and they are the first ones to get out of that blue funnel. South Korea has some catching up to do. Can they make a contact in this last yellow funnel? No, they won't. And it will be a comeback story for Uruguay. It's the first point of the match. And let's see if South Korea can tie it up for 1-1 game. And they're off through the Plinko they go. They both go for the left side. And Uruguay is able to get to this orange funnel first. Let's see if they can exit before South Korea can even get out of this white funnel. Not quite. And South Korea does give some contact to Uruguay. And they overpass through that orange funnel there. Now they're 3 or 4 stairs ahead of Uruguay. Go into this orange section, into the second stairway. Uruguay still 4 steps behind South Korea. Can Uruguay have another comeback like they did in the last match? We're about to find out as we go into these yellow funnels. And they even overpass South Korea through these yellow funnels. It's difficult, but not impossible. South Korea, though, still trying to get that 1 point and keep it away from Uruguay. Because if Uruguay get it, of course, it's 2 points. And they're both spinning around this funnel. South Korea a little bit closer to the hole, and they'll be the first one to exit. And now they know how important it is to get out of this blue funnel as quickly as possible. I don't think it's going to be quick enough, though, because here comes Uruguay, and they do give another shove to South Korea, and again overtake for the lead into this final yellow funnel. Can South Korea do better than they did in the last match? They do there, and Uruguay still is able to overpass and take it for the second point of the match. South Korea completely demolished Portugal in the green and Ghana in the white. We are about to start, and we are off. And who come out first? It is Ghana, but in this orange funnel, usually the first marble is the last marble, because that, as we saw right there, Ghana overtook quickly through that first orange funnel, and they're going to gain an entire stairs length ahead of Portugal. They're already to the second staircase just as Portugal is entering the first one. This is the largest lead we have seen in the entirety of this season so far. Let's see if Portugal can even catch up a little bit to Ghana. They will be able to get into the same funnel as Ghana. They can see them, but not for very long. There goes Ghana into the second funnel with the major lead. But as we all know, the blue funnel is where everything can change. Will Portugal be able to have a major comeback in this next blue funnel? We're about to find out. Ghana going into this blue funnel. Their only hope is to get out of this blue funnel before Portugal can get there. It looks like they're doing a good job at slowing down, and they are able to exit the blue funnel first. They're in the final funnel. I don't think Portugal is going to be able to catch up. Ghana circling for the final time, and they will have the first point of the day. Portugal, unfortunately, was just not able to catch up after that detrimental loss in the first orange funnel, which really messed up their game. Let's see if they can tie it out 1-1 in the next race. And they are off through the Plinko section they go. And again, Portugal is the first one to get out of that white funnel and first into the orange funnel. But let's see if Ghana can do the same thing they did in the last heat. They're pretty neck and neck, and I think Ghana is still ahead, but this time Portugal one step behind Ghana, and so the playing field is very even, and Portugal still has a chance of getting 1 point over Ghana. As we go up the second staircase, entering these yellow funnels, let's see what Portugal can do. Possibly even make a contact. They do right there, and we may have an overtake happening in this yellow funnel. Yes, we do. Portugal has overtaken for the lead in these yellow funnels. And now, they have to fend off Ghana in the blue funnel, which is going to be very difficult, especially when these two marbles are so close together on this track. They're pretty speedy through those rails, and now time is ticking before Ghana gets there. Can they leave the funnel before Ghana can put any contact on them? No, they won't. And here comes Ghana back for an overtake, and they have retaken the lead through the blue funnel. But here comes Portugal right back in this yellow funnel. They're neck and neck, and I don't think that Portugal will be able to overtake, though. Ghana will get 2 points, and Portugal will get 0. So Ghana will get the qualifying points cut. We have Brazil in the yellow and Serbia in the orange. Here we go through the Plinko. Who will come out first? It's Brazil, who will get out of that white funnel first, being followed very closely by Serbia as we enter this orange funnel. Brazil is able to hold the lead through that orange funnel. Pretty unusual, because usually the second marble is the one to exit out of that orange funnel just because of the speed that they enter. They usually hit the other marble from behind, knocking them out of orbit. As we go into these staircases, Serbia almost a full staircase behind Brazil. Let's see if they can catch up through these funnels. Brazil pretty close to that hole, probably will exit in a couple seconds. And there they go into the second funnel. Serbia still having some trouble catching up. But of course, the blue funnel is where it all changes. Let's see if they can catch up through the blue funnel, which Brazil is about to enter as they exit this yellow funnel here. There they go into these rails, into the blue funnel. Can Serbia catch up? Brazil has limited time to get out of this funnel before Serbia gets there. Because if Serbia gets there, what's happened there? Serbia is stuck on the track. And Brazil gets a get out of jail free card. They have officially gotten 1 point. Serbia will get a DNF for the first time in this season. We have a DNF. Serbia stuck in the track. Very surprising finish. Let's see if Serbia can redeem themselves in this second heat. They exit the white funnel first. We'll see if Brazil can come and overtake through this orange funnel. They do give a little hit to Serbia, and they are able to pass, but now they're stuck underneath the orange funnel. And that means Serbia pushes them right along, and they're on the same stairs, and Serbia is able to overtake through the stairs. Serbia making a comeback for themselves as we go into these stairs. Brazil very close behind, though. This is going to be a tight match. Only one stair behind. Let's see if Brazil can do anything crazy in these funnels. They're neck and neck in this funnel. I'm not even sure who's going to make it first. It's Serbia by a millimeter. Let's get into this second funnel. So close together. I can't even tell who's ahead. Serbia really wants the second win after a DNF, but Brazil's able to overtake. And this time, Serbia does not get stuck, and they will enter the blue funnel like they should have in the last round. And they overtake, going into the final funnel. And I think they're going to be able to get the second point of the day, unless somehow Brazil is able to overtake. And they do! Brazil, a move from the inside, and they will take 2 points over Serbia, who have 0 in this match. What a crazy match! And that is our prediction. We have Wales in the white, Iran in the white with colors through it. We'll get started with the first race. Who will come out first? It's Iran. Here comes Wales, and they have a smaller diameter through that white funnel. They will take the lead in this orange funnel. But here comes Iran as well, and they give a bump to Wales, and they overtake for the lead to the first staircase. Here comes Wales as well, and they're 2 steps behind Iran as we go into this next section. Let's see if Wales can gain any ground. No, they don't. They actually lose a stair from Iran. Now they have some work to do if they want to catch back up and get more points here in the World Cup. In our last prediction, Wales got 1 point and Iran got 0. We'll have to see if our prediction is right this time. We'll get going here with this match. And is Iran still in the lead? Wales coming in at second. Let's see if they can catch up through this yellow funnel. Iran is the first to exit, getting into the blue funnel. Let's see if Wales can do any damage as they get to the blue funnel as well. And Iran is trying to get out as quickly as possible. But here comes Wales and a bump from them. And I think they're going to be able to overpass for the lead. Yes, they will into the yellow funnel. But here comes Iran right behind them. It'll be a race to the line. Who's going to make it first? It will be Wales, who gets the first point of this match. Iran will get none. And they have one more chance to do so in the next race. And they are off. Who will come out this time? It is Iran through that first white funnel. Very quick entrance through that white funnel for Iran. Wales caught off guard there. Go into these first stairs. And again, Iran 2 steps ahead of Wales as we go into the second staircase. Let's see if anything changes. Still the same. Iran 2 steps ahead of Wales as we go into the yellow funnels. Let's see if Wales can catch up through these yellow funnels and get 2 points in this match. They're pretty close. They're neck and neck, but Iran slightly ahead, and they enter the second yellow funnel first. But here comes Wales as well. They're going to come up and pressure Iran through this second funnel. Iran, though, really not in a very good place, because when you're in first place in these yellow funnels, that means you have to enter the blue funnel first, and that's where second marble can really come and make a comeback. Here comes Wales into the blue funnel. Let's see if they can make any moves. They do right there, but Iran is able to get out of trouble fast. And now they're in the last funnel. Let's see if Wales can catch up. And they have a hard hit to Iran there, and Wales takes the second point. Iran will get no points in this match, and Wales will get 2. That is our prediction for the real matchup in the World Cup. In our previous prediction videos, both of these teams both had 1 point to their name. Let's see if that is any different in this prediction video, and it is Senegal who comes out to the lead through the stairs. The Qatar is losing ground quick. They're a whole staircase behind Senegal. The hosts of the 2022 World Cup are not doing very well in this game so far. See if they can catch up through the funnels as we get going here. Finally getting to the funnel. Senegal is already about to leave this first yellow funnel. Qatar has got a long ways to go if he wants to even try to overtake Senegal. Senegal might even be able to get out of the blue funnel before Qatar can even get there. They're so far behind. Here goes Senegal out of the second yellow funnel, into the rails and into the blue funnel. Let's see if they can get out before Qatar can get there. It's going to be close. And here comes Qatar but they aren't able to, and they make a huge comeback, and now they're in the lead. Senegal has been pushed aside, and they're still in the blue funnel. Qatar trying to get into this hole there, and they get the first point of this match. Let's see if they can redeem themselves from their last showing in the last match that they had in the World Cup. Now it's time for race 2. They're pretty neck and neck through the Plinko, but Senegal has a quick exit out of that yellow or white funnel. And Qatar now just getting out of that white funnel. Now they level the playing field with Senegal in this orange funnel. Let's see who can get out first. It is Qatar who gets out first, and they're about 2 steps ahead of Senegal. And let's see if Qatar can get a 2-0 sweep. We entered the second stairway. It's Senegal still 2 steps behind Qatar. Not that far, but still not super close as we get going here into the first yellow funnel. They're pretty close. I think there may have been a contact between Senegal and Qatar. Qatar is able to exit the funnel first, but Senegal is not far behind. Now they're in the second yellow funnel. Let's see if Senegal can catch up to Qatar, possibly even make a contact. So close right there. They aren't able to do it. Qatar exiting the yellow funnel first, but now they are in danger because they're in the blue funnel. Let's see if Senegal can make any moves here, or if Qatar can get out of the way quick. And here comes Senegal. Will they make a move? Yes, they will. A hard hit to Qatar. And now Senegal is in this last yellow funnel. Will Qatar be able to catch up? I don't think so. But here they go there, and they do catch up. Who's going to exit first? And it is Senegal who's able to exit first. A crazy finish. It'll be tied 1-1 with the Netherlands in the blue, Ecuador in the yellowish green color. As we get going here, Ecuador comes out to the lead first. The Netherlands having a hard time in that white funnel. Let's see if we can get out of this orange funnel first. Looks like the Netherlands are going to be out first. In our previous matches with these two teams, both teams got 1 point in their match. Let's see if that's any different in this match. Let's see if one of them can get 2 in this prediction video. And the Netherlands 1 step ahead of Ecuador as we get to the top of the staircase. Let's see if Ecuador can do anything in this yellow funnel. Netherlands, a tighter spin, but here comes Ecuador and a little bit of contact there. The Netherlands are still able to get out first. Ecuador very close behind though. As we get into this second funnel, we do have some contacts in these yellow funnels, which is unusual in these styles of races. And the Netherlands is able to get out of this yellow funnel first into the blue funnel, but here comes Ecuador, and let's see what they can do. And a big hit from Ecuador, and this quick exit for them into the last funnel, but here comes the Netherlands as well, and it's a race to the line. Who will get there first? And it will be the Netherlands who will be the first point winner of this match. Ecuador still has 1 chance to get 1 point. Or the Netherlands can get a 2-point lead over Ecuador. Ecuador could have 0. As we get going with the second race, Ecuador and the Netherlands both in this orange funnel now, neck and neck, but I think the Netherlands will get out first. They have a more oblong rotation there, and that allows them to get 1 step ahead of Ecuador up the staircase. Let's see if anything changes in the second staircase. No, not yet. Those Netherlands are still in the lead. And let's see who can come out on top through these yellow funnels and then the blue funnel. Ecuador pretty close behind the Netherlands. They're neck and neck here, but the Netherlands are a little bit ahead. We may have had a contact right there. Netherlands are going to be exiting the first yellow funnel first into the second yellow funnel. As we get Ecuador in there as well. The Netherlands are ahead, but that's not necessarily a good thing in this stage in the race. You really want to be behind, because that's when you can attack the front opponent in this blue funnel. Let's see if Ecuador can do it well here. And there's a hard hit from Ecuador. And now they're both neck and neck in this blue funnel. I think Ecuador will be able to exit first. Yes, they do, into the yellow funnel. And here comes the Netherlands as well, though, and they do a hit as well. Will the Netherlands get a 2-0? They're spinning around neck and neck. Who will it be? And it will be the Netherlands who will get 2 points in this match. Ecuador will get 0. That is our prediction for this match here at the World Cup. USA clear with blue, England white with blue, and we are off Who will come out first? It's the USA. See if they can get out of this orange funnel before England can put any pressure on them. No, they won't. Now England, I believe, will start us off. No, it's the USA. Surprising. Usually the first marble to get into that first orange funnel is the last marble to leave it. But as we get going up the staircase, they're one step apart. Let's see if England can catch up to the USA in these next two funnels. Actually, the USA is in the worst position because of the blue funnel that's coming up soon. But they're really, really close in this yellow funnel. There may be some overtaking happening here by England as they circle around this final circle, and England does overtake for the lead. See if the USA can take it back. But actually, the USA doesn't mind that they have lost the lead because now they can put some pressure on England in the infamous blue funnel. England is the first to get to the blue funnel, but let's see what the USA can do as well as they come in through the rails. And let's see what they do. A hard hit to England and a quick pass for the USA into the last yellow funnel. England regretting their decision to pass the USA in those yellow funnels earlier, and now they have to make up for it. Let's see if they can pass the USA here. The USA gets a little bump from England, and I think England might be able to take it. Yes, they will. England has made up for their mistake and will take the first point of the match. Let's see if USA can tie it up. Into the plinko they go. They're neck and neck, and they both really close into that orange funnel. And it will be England who'll get out first, but they're both on the stairs. England shoves the USA down a stair, so now the USA has to make up one stair from England. They go up the second staircase. They're going to be neck and neck in these yellow funnels. USA actually likes their position though, because then they can go into the blue funnel with confidence instead of trying to rush and try to get out of the blue funnel before somebody behind them comes and rams them out of the way. And so here goes England into the second yellow funnel. USA close behind. They don't want to get too far behind though, because they want to make sure England is in that blue funnel when they get there. England about to exit the second yellow funnel. Into the blue funnel they go. USA waits just a little bit, and now they're going to start going into the blue funnel as well. Let's see if they can make contact on England. Yes, they do. Now they're neck and neck. Let's see if the USA can overtake and get a point over England. And they're slowing down. England's actually able to get out first. And now they're both in this final yellow funnel. Let's see who can exit first. Think it possibly could be England, or it could be the USA. They're neck and neck. And the USA will get the second point of the match. It will be a tied match for who will win the match in the real World Cup. Now it's time for Australia versus Tunisia. Here we go. Australia in the yellow, Tunisia in the white and red. And they're in the first half pipes. A new feature here at the World Cup we haven't seen yet before. And now they go through the xylophone section. There's multiple lanes after those half pipes that these marbles can choose from. Australia down out of that first white funnel into the first tan funnel. And Tunisia is trying to catch up, but they aren't able to do it. Australia now in the second tan funnel. Here comes Tunisia though, and contact from them. Now they're neck and neck in this second funnel. Who will come out first? It will be Tunisia, who will overtake for the lead by a second. And here comes Australia though. They're trying to come and overtake back for the lead, and they do right there. Tunisia has some trouble, and they're going to have to do some catching up, especially if Australia can get out of this funnel right there like they just did. Now Tunisia has to get even farther up to even catch up to Australia, because they're a whole staircase ahead of Tunisia. Into these final four orange funnels. Can Australia hold the lead, or will Tunisia be able to catch up? They aren't able to catch up through that first orange funnel. But every time they enter a new funnel, there's a new chance for Tunisia to put a contact on Australia. But Australia has done a very good job at avoiding contacts in the first two funnels. But here comes Tunisia, and there's a contact there. And just like that, Tunisia is in the lead. Australia is running out of time to catch up, and there's a contact there. They're neck and neck. It'll be a race to the line. Australia will take it back, and they will be the winner of this match. And that is our prediction for the real World Cup match. Australia will win, and Tunisia will lose. Now it's time for our second match here in this video. We have Poland versus Saudi Arabia. Which country will win in this match? We're about to find out. Let's see which marble takes which path in this second race. Saudi Arabia takes the xylophone and Poland takes the more straight path. They're both in this large white funnel. Who comes out first is Saudi Arabia. Poland coming up close behind though into the first tan funnel. Can they pass through this funnel? Yes, they do right there. A good move by Poland. Now Saudi Arabia has to catch up a little bit here. And there's a contact from them. And now they're going to overtake through this second funnel into the third tan funnel. Can Poland come and overtake yet again? Now Saudi Arabia is trying to dodge there, and they're able to exit the funnel quickly. Here comes Poland though, and they do contact there. And now I think they're going to be able to exit first. Yes, they do. Up into the staircase. And here comes Saudi Arabia, only one step behind. Now they're going to have a very tight race in these last 4 orange funnels. And Saudi Arabia does overtake for the lead in the first orange funnel. But here comes Poland for the second funnel. Saudi Arabia is able to exit without any contacts. A good strategy by them. Let's see if they can hold it. No, they don't there. Poland contacts Saudi Arabia in the third funnel, and it overtakes in the final funnel. Let's see if Saudi Arabia can do anything in response. No, they can't. And Poland will be the winner of this match. And Saudi Arabia will be the loser. That is our prediction for this match of the World Cup. Now it's time for match 3. We have France versus Denmark, 2 European countries. Let's see who will come out on top in this race. And they're off. France on the left, Denmark on the right. Who will take which path on this half-pipe section? And France goes into the middle. Denmark goes onto the right. And Denmark takes the quicker path this time. And now they're in the white funnel, quite ahead of France. And they entered the tan funnel first. But here comes France. And they're trying to come up there, and they do a contact on Denmark. They're neck and neck through this first tan funnel, and France is able to overtake the lead, but Denmark is close behind. This is a close race. And it is Denmark who takes the lead in the second funnel. France is coming up now, and they take the lead through the third funnel. And now Denmark, let's see if they can take the lead back through the final tan funnel, and they aren't able to. France going up the staircase. Every step they go is one step farther ahead of Denmark. Denmark has a lot of catching up to do, about a staircase and a half behind France. Let's see if they can make any contacts here. No, they don't. So let's see if France can get out of this second funnel before Denmark can get there. They look pretty similar in terms of radius of spin. And France is able to get into that third funnel. Denmark trying all they can to catch up and just make a contact on France. But they're already to the final funnel. I don't think that Denmark will be able to catch up. No, they won't. France will be the winner of this match. Denmark will lose. And that is our prediction for the third match of the day here at the World Cup. Denmark still hasn't finished. Denmark may lose. Not just a little bit, but by a lot here at this World Cup. Now it's time for the final match. Argentina versus Mexico. 2 rivals in the football world. Let's see which country will win this match. And they are off. Mexico on the right, Argentina on the left. Who will be able to exit this half pipe first? And it will be Mexico. They go into the center. Let's see if Argentina will join them. Going back and forth, Argentina takes the xylophone into the white funnel. So they're a little bit quicker than Mexico because Mexico had to go through 2 half pipes and Argentina only had to go through 1. So they are in the first tan funnel. Here comes Mexico as well. And now they are neck and neck in this first tan funnel. Mexico is able to get out first. Here comes Argentina as well. As we are in the second tan funnel, Argentina will overtake for the lead in that second funnel. Can Mexico catch back up and overtake through this third funnel? They do right there. And now they are in the fourth funnel. Good move by Mexico. These tan funnels in succession seem to have a lot of overtakes because each time a marble passes, the marble behind them passes them right back in the next funnel. A very interesting dynamic in this race. As we get into the orange funnel, Argentina is still in the lead. Mexico coming up from behind, trying to make a contact, but they just aren't able to do it. But they are able to exit the funnel first. But here comes Argentina